OKFM 101.7.
Ora Dennis Miracle Aboagye Dima former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Yene ntwetwe enkobo. Anke Miracle me mo channel pay. Good morning.
Good morning, Osinia.
Na bokode.
I'm my young.
Friday rerun of 19 constituencies our Blickman North. A polling station, sorry. Now you say Munina Mugina will dim come kama Fedi Antwa car cosran so ye be wunu say akwaben to be what to say a ye na who guanyai honorable Hawah Koomson what the form ma we kwaba fe mo nipa ba konso da form pana onu kra no one call hospital na internal bleeding there anoden eba ne say na all of a sudden sa you know erupt here.
Welcome me that say. I think sir there is here if you don't know any idea as I say under any circumstance. This is also na the main mechanism obia obasoso abato ase basabasa ye ene etutwa semo intentema ye yansinu because amaya asay amaya nipa bebre ahwe omo nkwa bebre nanam politics mentime ho ase ne de keka ho na ade ba ko ne se normally no ye ankasa da ye politics no so beha ye ho din na ye de ye politics no ye ho din na ye de ye sa ntokwa hunu no ye matie ne mebu a also betri so ni ade na yakofom e de be bisa djubedie no ade ba ko a mesua e wo sa ade no ho ne se samrantie no the affair loyalty there you cannot count on them because obi ono we are here obano o se ni meti and na ho den no the basis nipa e dey be tutu asem no fa nipa no da obe sorry a eduane a the man no obe mu say asa ofre wa ohun no so wa hwa na wa kasa ko de aye wona mba enti ya dia me ebia me kase ekwa bia be fa so asade no yeso so no yen fa so efiada nyina ekokusia se ekwa kotoba me amapa no nikoduru ho no na efad me Honorable Hawah Koomson ene da kwa Newman ene ekopie mu wo Methodist polling station ho na ho no krampo no e je say aye ada police stations akwa round kakransa enti edu sa police station ho no ene ye hu say ye kwa ye agent no na so mu ye tuba na one pen ho enti ndc no kra kakran say ye tuba ye back ko da ho that's the ndc agent na ebisa ye agent no so second one in my onam kwan so oba nti ye agent no second tag no ene ye de ma akwani man so no nje no hwe na on ye the friend say a second agent but the way analysis here no at every particular point no agent back up and they work in that perimeter nti second agent no be work outside na the other the friend is saying agents number the main agent no work perimeter nti odakwani man even though no crack tag our yes second agent no. She wasn't in the inner perimeter. School no so not compound no so. Nti na ojinachire baby or observing your man. Nti jira ho na honorable Samuel Oku ene honorable Ekuya Free and so about police station. Nti ejina ho. I mean not turn out to see a low nti ye kasa ne nkomo ne asresem nko ana ye de jira ho. Ena Mustafa Gbande beka ho. Ena Akugan beka ho. In fact, the do Mustafa Gbande kram ne sadam ko mu na me so me sadam ko mu ne media for no kasa ye no we kasa ne san no ne we kasa ye ya after seven ade and I'm sure we're there for some 30 minutes and Sami and a free e kasa mo call the other police station na so ye be twen wa kaka because nothing out in low and na your party for any beauty or complain and say the NDC constituency organizer any of my cocoon. I the album Mukra more the house to house and members and control by the friend and get out to vote no. What you say no. And see yes okay, I bet you all kaka we won't come bra. Sami muntu omoka Mustafa Gbande mo and so free hokoye. Within 10-15 minutes. Na me mabegina school na any gate anymore. Many police on na me no jomo be say and many CCTV for a year interview. Na CCTV interview no campo no. And yet say na me no a year this year. I to say our back commentary. You see your yard no be some baby. So basically describing what is happening around this year. I don't need one year kasa. You who you say pickups be a big 4, 5, 6 pickups. A big quite different film. And I'm not TBC film. No Kramusi film, no. Yeah, with the police, nobody was alarmed because normal feature. People are moving around. Remember, no one said they're causing more corner. It's almost here. And almost yes, almost bury a compound or street. Now, normally, the police will not even prevent you, but will do anymore. At least, maybe over Twaba, and I say BB, something. When we do our police be so beside us, now, gentleman back home, the picture on the picture of that one thing, was a camouflage visa. Or then it's a PEM police in the book. To one answer, it's a man, young on Casacra. Chopping police in the Bona police in the transfer. And then the boys in a boss of room. In the initial, our police on a trio Mohaka. Because if you not book weapons, they are there, or one time we will say the ammunition money are there. And the police want to show Mohaka within a split second. And now, Obobuff police for the phone. The movie are compound in answer. The other police, the company inside, and say, I'm breaking perimeter no more school. I'm more inside Nekaka, yes, almost stop you. And now, Obobuff almost. Before no more, call straight to Hawah Koomson. And see, it was quite easy to confirm that they came for Hawah Koomson. And see, Baku for Hawah Koomson and so, and I also find the no bonus one the chi.
Me ba jo me bo. Apart from the who ya na obi atu fan. Baku si na ni so nanim. Na baku bo na chi wo na chi. Na so.
It couldn't be suddenly a second attempt. There was a first attack. You see what happened? They say first, omukoye no omukona so no. Ibi si ano no so nim dia eba because now on the kwani manager how bon komo. She didn't really know what's coming. The time my boys in the banuka, I went to say because there was no incident at the police station. There was no. It was obvious how bon komo. Nobody expected it. There was no provocation. Nothing. It was expected. It is only that one man edged a chi baby air bomb on common. And now, Baku born as soon. No, but another one so funny, it also born as one chi. Quickly, ye pepper spray, spray boom from any. Now, remember, said that they are not police for you.
Not police going here, yeah.
They are not the tree. Into that police for you. Into police for any bomb, wants to say, boys, no, Hawah Koomson. After we breaking. Mr. Police for us, baby, not to feel more. Baby na movie aside omo almost the ekoso. And me, let me put this on record. I do not blame the police because you cannot send your servicemen as sacrificial lambs to go and put them on the table to be slaughtered. Say, ye call abattoir, we didn't say abattoir, they say ye call to be and say, and to what pan here. And my baby, electoral commission, your papers, question your cry over the just too much. We say, my super police for the only sapine alcohol. It's police need be anywhere after the time my boys in the buy. Now, Sebi, who crack tape measure. Omu nyina de omo sapine, omo sa show bottom. Enti they go na achi omo ho to at this process what was happening. The only thing the police did, which I commend them very much for it, was that police folk there specifically ekucha fa ballot boxes no. And omu nyina ballot boxes no ho omu kura ballot boxes. Otherwise, all back at the boys in chief form so no. Omu nyina pay baby jina ya. Enti first lap Hawah Koomson, second lap Hawah Koomson, and I'll step it back. No ye pepper spray, no shegu from him. Into shegu from him, and my boys in our coverage for some seconds. And no, and a boy and my police for no. Every organization, and I'm call some Hawah Koomson. It is our flying way now, you know. It was an attempt to still get at Hawah Koomson, even though not pepper spray from him. Or fly, I said, and they are on him. Ewura the fact that pepper spray na we hwie egu infama ni mu no eno na wo do wani ehu ye no. It was at that point in a police for no mobilize them ho biem no mo call in support of our.
It just said they wo kire wo mo share that by purposely say ba attack honorable Hawah Koomson.
Oh yes, as someone be catch the City TV crew and the joy news squad there. City TV crew or tape now from outside. If you make sure be 2 minutes to be paid. But Joy News TVQ, Jackie, reporter no, and a cameraman, no more BBR from beginning to end. They have everything from beginning to end on tape. It's the police for no choir of the years of Hawah Koomson. Then dear, I am between the police and the boys. Boys some don't. Boys about no more 72 between 60, 70, even maybe 80. 80. Once a police for no patadino. Maybe most of police for the chief Hawah Koomson. And you saw the rest with your eyes. How she was on the floor with Titi and Ayase, Titi and Itiriso, Titi and Yemini are there. It was a very terrible scene. I mean, the boy me crying and say, "Oh, buy you know." I mean, City Q na aiding como. And see police ni back home. Come here, Cassin, you know. Maybe the police for very 30 and I will get to. And see police ni back home now, guys, miracles. That police no mean so. Now, people share with you will be a not a miracles, bra. Into only show me, no piame. In fact, o piame o push me kwa share. War be and chain a war. That billboard be see ho. Ah, ya pack cars. That billboard no. I can say no fish will be see from me. Into piame kwa share ho. And a conceal me. A ho and a news, Joy News reporter and also a war. And a ho and a Joy News camera and also war. It's a Joy News reporter with Jackie F4 etna war now, maybe Jimmy chain so. And I now all reported from there. And then the cameraman and so the camera not to war so. And I all zooming in into what's happening with Hawah Koomson. It's in the corner me catch Jackie say Jackie from now and conform me dangerous. But she did a very good job. The good thing is that the other thing I also noticed and said, now boys no mobile no, omu ye locals. By 5, 6 people now, you be to be because omu ye locals. Omu what kind they are not locals. It's almost the new faces no. Omu new faces no. It's locals ka kind of woman appoint Hawah Koomson to and omu bo Iran so. It's how they what by what you say would Johnny Biani as I say go. What by what you say would Johnny Biani so with you know. Me Johnny a cry their house and Quebec West. It's the boy me and the police na Pia me share sa billboard no. It's na me one mama which is a main Johnny because me Johnny no money bomb so pa dia aka send to me. It's when me say kom kopim say emuda ho. It's emuda ho na. Bisisi biti ase boko no ndie. Bekotra beka mo. I I don't think say I be a see fiadano. As I saw my Ghana, you buy Hokwana ABCB. Because what I have come to realize is that the bullet knows no political color. The bullet knows no political color. And a muscles is no respecter of person. Because I will show video in year you'd realize that at some point, the need is a boy for the crown, Omukai, Omomaster, and some more. And a war will come when a war won't come. And I just won't be one, okay, Uncle, near Swasum. Now, you can imagine if at that moment, now, Hawah Koomson and so, Echita force war almost or Bob almost always obey the same thing. It can be a bloodshed. And I don't think that is something that this country we want. We want a democracy, Obia Sorianopa, Okotunaba, no Kofi. Don't force yourself onto the people. Who we knew about what say, you haven't won an election, you have imposed yourself on the people. Because fundamentally, what happened in Abilukuma North, they say, almost some people to Abano, we now can see if he's a woman. Because Usurusoba or Hania Kwakobono. And me, I don't think what happened on Friday was democracy. I don't think it was an election. It was like a war zone on Friday. The police were helpless. The police were moving aside and moving away for their lives. If you can't from the because
now I don't know you both prepare.
No, and I say the only Friday up to now. Police for NTOBA, Yedimomina, Yedim faces, Yedimomudin, a double, say police NTOBA. Adia up to now, police, friends of Mampenin say, on can want some 72 hours in it. On Kabibia cry, see journalists say a more any idea of Mampenny by now, one simple tweet on Facebook, on say on Kakwansam. I buy Mumpenny for some George say, this is just the beginning. I think when I shall say it, we cannot rely on the police anymore. It's only the Kuma, political parties. Until 2019, and another Danko Kufado, it decided to say, it disbanded or internal political security. MPP, Obi no ado go to me, a mobilization. Obi no political party, none. And there was a reason. You see, there's a history to this. I cannot go for say I was so west. There is a history to this. There was Tripoli, where the NDC hoodlums beat everybody in their way because of a by-election. There was Talensi, where the NDC hoodlums beat everybody in their way because of a by-election. Kaya Talensi, and the then national chairman of the NDC. Police was stopping or barrier. The friend is saying, constituency anymore. Not a tool any idea going to come. But Abaya Yawanshi, NDC Abaya Yawanshi. Tripoli, Oma Yawanshi. Okay, Etiwa. The National Women Organization of the NDC. Echika, F NDC, MPP4 supporters. So, and a paper, I know, can say, better when I do how went to be on Soria and Tibium. A do more home, your chase ho. NDC Abay, Anya Hoshe, Obianka Hoshe. Etiwa, if you recollect what happened in Etiwa, Akwetia, Okaya Akwetia, Akwetia Nabo Dambuchi, and this for Botu, Eto the Kamu, I'm a 20 car driver. I'm the driver no hospital, I can say, I mean a pataye, can drive any way. And no, and a number so, and Etiwa, okay, the famous, yet trouble will be beat where be. See your talents here, Obianka Hoshe. See what Treponia, Obianka Hoshe. See what Kwetia, Obianka Hoshe. Talensi was the first time in the history of this country. MPP, it decided to say, you're the boy Yanka say Homebine. And that is what you saw in Atiwa. A free start time, no? And then you decided to say, we're never going to leave the protection and the safety of our party people on election day in the hands of the police, because we have come to realize that the NDC party, they are foundation of violence. It's a they survive and thrive on violence. So we decided to take our protection into our own hands. And since then, there was sanity. Since then, there was order at polling stations because Obuni said if they make the mistake they did in Ablekuma North, we're going to stand up for ourselves.
Now, Mammy Musa, dear, you.
Me bacho the manu si the Omoya Ablekuma North, no. Wo any obia otie or radio is in him say. Say MPP abandoning another Danko Kufa they decided say in 2019. You better pass anti-vigilantism law. Then they are banning Sanyama we are and MPP you better my times 10. It is some George say it is just the beginning. That's what my penny so say on Kawan Shedia. And you better boy your home to see an name say you're on down on near making sure say Akutia Omunyani Paba Kumpu and Bruno because you better your home by.
Now, Obi Mr. say, Rebecca bear one a day, ama dano ason. Na party, I shall say Omunko. Now, more used to say Mubako. When you say no, nature say you went there unprepared in a way. And
the preparation of a political party into an election does not include organization of hoodlums, criminals, and violent people to go and beat citizens. We went in prepared. But preparation doesn't include weaponizing criminals to go and beat citizens. I don't think that is what you are saying. And we hear a few more. We actually went there prepared. We went there prepared. But now, with what the NDC government officials, near Mampeni, ni police for air Canada, it has become clear that in our preparations, it must include self-protection. And that is what we are going to add to our preparation.
I mean, now as I'm saying, I'm Pam Famau. Some new unfinished business view.
You better saw directly.
Marty, that's it. Bye bye. Okay, 101.7. So, any miracle, Aboagye. And now, no Eddie and Komono. Now, Mommy Yamra, the Bocrata and Sunafi, Yem Fam Femna, Yem Koy Nim. Munyanta ade anamo nko amoshe
na dey
yes
anti no number
okayfm 101.7